Pittsburg without an H, which means that today we are in Pittsburg, Kansas. We're back in Kansas because after my first piece for my series, These American Crossroads, where I'm crisscrossing the United States, sharing stories of resistance and persistence from the country's heartland, that first piece was called Solidarity, Bipartisanship, and Satanic Protest in Kansas. It's out now on Yellow Scene. It looks like that over my face. And while I was researching that story, and while I was on the ground in Topeka and in other areas of Kansas with organizers, one of the questions they had for me was, where are the young people at? Where are the younger people at actions, at protests? And while I've certainly seen plenty of young people out in the streets over the last 6 months while I've been out doing this series, I thought it was worth answering that question. So we headed to Pittsburg without an H, Kansas, and today David Hogg is going to be speaking to the young Democrats on campus. Fewer than half of Gen Z voters participated in the 2024 presidential election, and they were pretty evenly split about 51-47 for Harris and Trump Vance. Figuring out where they lie, where they're at, what their mood is at least half of them chose not to show up to the polls. And when I've been talking to Gen Z activists over the last couple of months, the two largest reasons I've gotten is, one, we're tired, we're fighting to survive, and we're finding other ways to resist. And then the second one is that they just don't feel represented by either of the two major parties in the American binary political system. David Hogg was famously ousted by the Democratic National Convention. That finally culminated in June, and so I'm excited to see what he has to say to young Democrats here in the heartland. After this, we're headed to a Kansas town that makes its living off of prisons, and we're going to go talk to some ICE activists up there. So, I'll be spending the next couple of days all around Kansas, and then you'll be able to read all about it in These American Crossroads in Yellow Scene magazine. Love y'all.